Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Thank you for your awesome support on Patreon. Float like a butterfly, Samad Ali. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk Monday Mecha News post-Christmas. I am Luke Owen. Have yourself a merry little super click party by pressing the thumbs up and subscribe buttons and leaving a comment down below. We here at WrestleTalk wanted to give a quick shout out to SWAF Nation superfan and super chatter Adam Pearson, who competed on Celebrity Mastermind here in the UK over the weekend. For our non-British viewers who might not know what Mastermind is, it's a quiz show where Brady Boffin types compete in a game of who knows the most, as well as answer questions on their chosen subject. And Adam's chosen subject was WWE in the 21st century. What a lad! Not only did Adam smash it answering questions like who won the tag titles with Edge on SmackDown in 2002, which Bulgarian wrestler entered into WrestleMania on a tank, and who was under the La Luchadora mask, he also bloody won the whole show. So congrats Adam, you absolute legend. I mean, he'll probably do better than me at presenting this video if I'm being honest, as the holiday season has meant that I've been spending all my time watching Elf, Home Alone and It's a Wonderful Life and uncontrollably sobbing. So I'm totally out of the loop on wrestling news. But it's the Christmas break, so surely nothing big will have happened, apart from Andrade winning the United States Championship, Killer Kross possibly heading straight to the main roster, WWE getting sued, the Usos possibly returning, and AEW changing their women's title match due to booking conflicts. But apart from Andrade winning the United States Championship, Killer Kross possibly heading straight to the main roster, WWE getting sued, the Usos possibly returning, and AEW changing their women's title match due to booking conflicts, what possibly could have happened? Oh dang. But before you have a big one and get too excited, we're not going to do a deep dive into that news story because YouTube will demonetize this video quicker than you can say Lars Sullivan allegedly starred in a same-sex adult film before signing with WWE. Even making that joke will likely get us demonetized. What I can talk about, however, is a possible injury suffered to one of Raw's top stars. Since the second brand split draft of 2019, it's been reported that Randy Orton was set for a big push on Raw as one of the top baby faces of the Red Group. He started a feud with Ricochet that played into Survivor Series, and has since set his sights on AJ Styles, costing the Phenomenal One his United States Championship to Rey Mysterio. However, it's been reported by fans from a house show in Hershey, Pennsylvania, that the Viper could have found himself defanged and possibly be on the injured shelf. Fans at the event took to Twitter to say that Orton went down minutes into his match with AJ Styles with what looked to be like a knee injury. Orton couldn't finish the match and was helped to the back by doctors. This video was posted on Twitter by WWE fan Jesse Davin. There's been no update on the possible injury at the time of this recording, but we here at WrestleTalk wish Randy Orton the speediest of recoveries. Hopefully we should know more when Raw airs tonight. Earlier this year, there were teasers by Orton that he might leave WWE and join new competition All Elite Wrestling, but instead signed a new deal with Vince & Co. Speaking of AEW, and its lead commentator has torn into the company. The final episode of AEW Dynamite of 2019 ended with what the company thought would be a big angle: the re-debut of the Dark Order following weeks of excellent vignettes, which changed the group from spooky lads with mask-wearing minions to spooky cult leader lads with mask-wearing minions. Sadly, the final angle of the show felt a bit flat, a lot like their original debut at Double or Nothing, and it didn't get the warmest reception from fans online either, particularly after that clip of one of the Creepers wildly missing punches on Dustin Rhodes went viral, and NXT once again picked up the ratings win. Dave Meltzer said the angle was WCW Nitro levels of bad. And Meltzer wasn't the only person who didn't like the Dark Order's re-debut, with AEW lead commentator Jim Ross tearing into it on his Grilling JR podcast, going so far as to calling it the drizzling S-word. JR said, "Since the 70s, how many matches do you think I've called that are the absolute drizzling S-words? Every brand with some big names, you don't have to be an unknown under a mask to S the bed. I knew that the crowd did not go crazy with how we went off the air. You can feel those things. There are stories being told that's great market research for us all to pay attention to. I never knew how bad that piece of business was until it was everywhere. A lot of people wanted to make sure I saw it as if I could go back in time to fix it. It was poorly executed, and hopefully nothing like that will ever occur again. I know everybody that has the ability to change things in AEW are well aware of it. If I had not seen that clip, I would not have known just how bad it was. Presumably the clip that Ross is referring to is of that creeper missing his punches, who has since been identified as indie worker Eric Cannon. The video of Cannon's punches went viral a couple of days after the episode aired, with WWE stars like Mark Henry calling for him to quit the business, Trish Stratus to facepalm, and New Japan's Tama Tonga to think it was actually Enzo Amore under the mask. Randy Orton also called out Cannon for being the drizzling S-word. What is it with wrestlers using that term against that lad? Even Matt and Nick Jackson made fun of Cannon on the most recent episode of Being the Elite. Cannon identified himself on Twitter as the Puncher, claiming that he did it because Dustin Rhodes had already been busted open and he was just trying to protect him. Rhodes initially tweeted dismay at the angle, but once Cannon came forward, he deleted his tweet, instead telling him to work on his frickin' punches. Cannon also joked that he was the man who played the I Quit audio at the Royal Rumble 1999, blew up Vince McMahon's limo, and really is Byron Saxton. Just kidding, he claimed he threw the pie at Kevin Owens. Ross added on his podcast, "Everything people saw can be fixed. I'm as excited about this brand as I've ever been. I know we're going to be fine. It's going to take some time. How much time? I don't know. A year from now, I think we'll see a lot of growth. Things change, different faces in different roles. New talent coming in. It's a hard act to keep your incumbents over while getting other talents over. I was embarrassed to see what I saw. Did I like it? Hell no, I didn't like it. Who could like it? I thought it was the drizzling S-words, but the drizzling S-word can be cured. Maybe it can be cured by a relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling, which now might be on the cards." If you watched WrestleTalk's 2020 predictions video, you'll know that one of my big speculations for the year will be an announcement that AEW and New Japan will form a working partnership. While there is bad blood between the two parties since All Elite Wrestling's launch in January, it was reported at the time that Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega believed that they could build bridges between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. And although Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley have appeared for New Japan throughout the year, Dave Meltzer wrote in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that things have not got better between the groups. But could that all be changing? Last week, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who will face Chris Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom this weekend, told Tokyo Sports that if he beats Y2J, he should get a shot at the AEW Championship, and then the Forbidden Door will be open.
In the dark, waiting to come out.
While this felt like an exciting possibility, it was reported that there was still no working relationship between All Elite Wrestling and New Japan. However, NJPW themselves have now confirmed the match stipulations. If Hiroshi Tanahashi beats Chris Jericho on the second night of Wrestle Kingdom, he will get a shot at the AEW Championship. With Jericho saying, "You said if you can beat me that you would enter the Forbidden Portal," and request a title shot for the AEW Championship. I thought it was a great idea. So Le Champion asked the chairman of the board, the owner of AEW Tony Khan, if it was okay to grant your request, and he said yes. So if you can beat me in the Tokyo Dome, I will give you a championship match for the AEW title. There still isn't word that the two parties are currently working together, but it certainly has added a new level of drama to the already highly anticipated match between the Ace and Le Champion. Will New Japan book one of their top stars to lose to the champion of a rival promotion, or will the two shake hands and build to a cross-brand AEW Championship match in 2020? Could AEW use stars from New Japan like Kota Ibushi, Kazuchika Okada, and Will Ospreay to help beat NXT in the Wednesday night ratings? What do you think of the match stipulation? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to as many as I can from my desk where I work, and I'm alone in the office today, so please keep me company. If AEW and New Japan work together, what will be WWE's response? Well, if history has taught us anything, think Vince McMahon will just buy the competition. And that could be a reality. Since the rise of British wrestling popularity through groups like Rev Pro, Progress, WOS, ICW, and others, WWE have been making their mark on the European scene. They signed Jim Ross to a contract and then never used him because he was working with WOS, and signed Kurt Angle to a Legends deal because he was doing more and more dates in the UK. Triple H announced NXT UK in 2016 and signed a load of UK talent, but struggled to get a TV deal, and the group did nothing until August 2018 when they announced that the show would air weekly on the WWE network. In that time, WWE arranged deals with the likes of Progress, ICW, and Germany's WXW that they could use WWE contracted talent on their shows. But this got more and more stringent, and it caused several UK-based companies to shut their doors. Triple H even said on an episode of After the Bell recently, yes, some of those UK indies are going to go away, citing that it would only be groups that don't pay or protect their workers. And Dave Meltzer has now reported via the Wrestling Observer newsletter that WWE's agreement with Progress, ICW, WXW, and others allows WWE the right to buy the companies outright if they so desire. And with the new tiered system for the WWE network launching in early 2020, there has been speculation that WWE will add these UK and European promotions to the platform to encourage new subscribers, something they tested earlier in 2019 when they aired Evolve's 10th anniversary show head-to-head with AEW's Fyter Fest. So could WWE buy these companies outright and put them on the network? You can watch our 2020 predictions video by clicking the video that has appeared on screen right now. And are WWE really getting sued? Click the other video to find out more. Thank you for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon pledge hammers, some of which you can see scrolling their way into my stomach. I've been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.